Simply said, I assume that you believe on some level you can truly connect with God through prayer, by which we speak to God and He speaks to us. I assume that on some level you long for a wholehearted prayer life, where you can draw near to God and where you hide nothing before Him. That God would have access to every part of your heart, your story, and your history, and that you would trust Him with all of it, that you could talk to Him, and that He would respond in a way that you understand. Prayer is essentially a conversation with God, and God is not a passive participant in the conversation. So even if you have never experienced God speaking to you, I write with the assumption that you believe and hope for this kind of conversation in prayer. If you feel that you lack personal experience with this type of communion with God, or that you are a bit shaky in your faith in this regard, let me assure you that these are common barriers for those who pursue these freedoms. I find the Lord is generally quick to respond to our desperation and desire. Our spiritual resumes, even though seemingly lacking, are inconsequential to God, who sees our hearts and knows what we need. Communion with God in prayer involves hearing from God and seeing God as we wait for His response. Once we encounter His voice, it is our responsibility to respond back. Hearing God. My belief that Christians can hear from God is rooted in scripture passages about God's character and desire for relationship. While I know some people believe God no longer speaks to us, I find the argument for that belief to be based on false understandings of scripture passages and in great contradiction to God's heart for communion with His children. When we observe the way Jesus responded to people in relationship, we gain insight into God's response to us in prayer. Healthy relationships are two-sided, and communication is vital to their health.